And here with the sweetest treats, your host, Brenna Brown.
Hi, welcome to Battle of the Cookies. I'm your host, Brenna Brown, and I'm going to be talking about one recipe. The best thing about this, chocolate chip cookies, is on the back of every bag. I use Nestle's Toll House, but Hershey's has the exact same recipe. You look for original. And what I like to do is I kind of go with just everything. First, what you're going to do is you're going to get a small bowl, and you're going to measure out 2 1/4 cup of flour. Then you mix in 1 teaspoon of baking soda. You kind of mix that in a little bit. And then you use 1 or a half teaspoon of salt. Mix that in there a little bit. And then you're going to set that one aside because what you want to do first is mix together all your sugars and eggs and butter and all the messy stuff. So take your 2 sticks of butter, 1 cup full. And they say that you're supposed to wait for them to soften, but I don't have any patience. So what I do is I nuke them in the microwave for a couple seconds. What you're going to do is you're going to mash them down just a little bit. And then once you get those to mash down just a little bit, you're going to measure out sugar, white sugar. You're going to do 3/4 of a cup. Mix that in there. And then you're going to get 3/4 cup of brown sugar. Do the rest of that one. Mix all those together. And this process takes a little while, but what you want to do is you want to make sure you get it really nice and broken up. And then you're going to slowly add in the flour. But to speed the process along a little bit, I already pre-made some. So what you're going to do, once you get it all smooth together just like this, you're going to add in however many chocolate chips you want. Those on top. See if you can see. Work it in the dough. Some more in there. And everybody has their own preference. We have a couple people that came over the other night and they said, do you have any with less or do you have any with more? So depends on who you're making these for, or if it's just yourself, you can do it however you like. So once you have that all mixed together, you take non-stick foil is what I use. The wax paper seems to blow up in my oven for some reason. So put that on there. Get a little cookie scoop or your hands. Just get out little balls just like that. And then while you're doing this, you can also add in little chocolate chips at the top to add more spice to them. That's what I did. Some of them have little chocolate chips. Some have sprinkles. You can use whatever it is that you like. Put that on there. And then you're going to preheat your oven to 375, and you're going to put them in there for about 8 to 10 minutes, depending on what you like, if you like them soft or if you like them crunchy. So once you put these away, this is going to be the finished product for the first cookie. It's a little bit thinner, everything like this. But when we come back from our break, we're going to show you how to make the same exact type of cookie, but using only one less thing of a recipe after this.
On days when you're feeling exhausted and under the weather, usual everyday tasks can become a struggle. Others seem to be feeling great, which is only the result of one product.
Wow, that stuff was really great.
It's like magic.
Magical medicine. What could it do for you?
Hi, and welcome back. Here we have just made one version of cookies, mixing salt, baking soda, flour, and sugars, and however many chocolate chips. Now we're going to do the same process again, but we're going to leave out one thing. We'll see if you can notice a difference. So put in your 2 1/4 cups of flour. You're going to add in 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Mix that together. Then you're going to set that one aside. Get another bowl. Mix butter, 1 cup, or 2 sticks, either one. Like I said, you can melt them in the microwave for 5 or 10 seconds, which is what I do because I have no patience. Then you're going to mash those together a little bit. Use that wood. Then you'll put in your salt, or not your salt, your sugar, sorry. 3/4 of a cup. And then 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Trying to mix that together a little bit. We're also going to do some eggs too to milk it down a little bit. And then once you have this at the nice little, it should be a little bit runny consistency. It'll all mash up and not be so clumpy. And then you'll slowly add in your flour mixture again, which again, you'll get a nice dough. It should just look just like this, nice and squishy. And then you're going to add in all your chocolate chips. In the exact same way as the first one, you can add in anything else. You can add the vanilla, you can add almond, you can add chocolate. It depends on what flavor that you want. So once you mix those together, get out another pan, put more foil on it. And this is my favorite part. No one ever really realizes what I do with cookies. They just think I have a magical way. But push these down just like this, or you can use your hands. I always use my hands. It's like a little kid. You can put more chocolate chips on top. You can add some sprinkles to be fun. You can roll it in them actually. Just like that. And you're going to put them in the oven again for about 8 to 10 minutes at 375, depending on whatever you want. What you should get, since we did not add one thing, you're going to get a completely different cookie. And if you can notice, the first one is a little bit thinner and brown. This one's a little fluffy. This one has 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and this one does not. That is the only difference. So, next time you're baking, I hope that you learn to experiment just a little bit. Because you can make all different kinds. Let's see. I got some with smiley faces and white chocolate chips and sprinkles. These, you can tell, have salt in them. These do not. It all depends on what your preference is. So if you're making cookies for Thanksgiving or Christmas or holidays, you can always go with whatever theme. I always just make extra chocolate chip cookies as if it's my birthday all the time. So that's why I did sprinkles. But every time somebody gives you a recipe, all you need to do is you look to see what you do and do not like. First time I ever made these cookies, I was like, who wants salt in their cookies? No one wants salt. So I just didn't add salt, and I have become my famous cookies. So that's always the key, is if you experiment. You don't have to follow anybody's recipe besides your own. So if you ever want to have different kinds, you can have small, big, super sprinkly, whatever, salt, all sugar. That's all you need to do. Just so make sure next time that you have a sweet tooth, make sure you experiment for yourself. So I hope you enjoyed this and have a Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.